Hey everyone, it's Dan, and in this video we're going to do a quick unboxing and first impressions of the Unicorn Beetle Pro case for the new Palm, available currently on Verizon. Just a quick word about this before I open it up. Verizon had done a press release on the new Palm a few weeks before it debuted, and they also listed a few accessories that were going to be released along with it. And just out of curiosity, I figured, well, there were no pictures that went with the press release, so I went over to Amazon, typed a few names in, basically typed in Palm Verizon. And while none of the accessories that were listed on the press release showed up, there were two cases by Supcase that actually did show up in Verizon or in the Amazon listings, and even more amazingly, so they were available for purchase right away. So it's this one here, and this is the Supcase Style, which I'll do a review of this one in a bit, but I want to start with this guy here. So I actually have both of them. This is the UB Style, this is the UB Pro. Anyway, so let's get to it. So it comes in this tiny little case. Here's my Note 8 for comparison. You know, it's a really dinky case. Let's go ahead and open it up. There. Nothing else in the box. I don't. Yep, it's just the box. Excuse me. Okay, so there's a link on installation, which I'm going to ignore. Oh, little box. What do we got here? Oh, okay. So installation guide, right? So yada yada. Just pop the front, snap the unit into the front, pop it back in the back. Ready to go. And support card. You're welcome, Supcase. All right, so here we go. Here's the case, and we have a protective tab up front. We go ahead and peel that off, and it looks like we have a divot there. I'm just going to bend it back. Probably supposed to use a coin, but oh, there it goes. Here we are. So just pull. Okay, so two parts to the whole shebang, and this looks very. I mean, if you've ever used otter boxes or anything like that, excuse me, you can see it's very similar in construction. So let's start with this guy here. See the cutouts there for the infrared sensor, the camera, and for the speaker. This is a pretty fairly rigid piece of plastic, no rubber at all. You can see the bevel on that. It's a pretty pronounced. Good, nice raised up. So that should offer some fair amount of protection. This is just a regular plastic screen, and nothing much to see on the sides. This guy, on the other hand, you see there, the little call out for the mil-spec drop protection. I'm going to assume that, I believe it's 6.6 or 2 feet, 2 meters. The edges are rubber, the classic Supcase styling there. These little nubs are rubber, little bones, I guess. But this here, this is hard plastic. This part is also rubber. So this part here, plastic, rubber all the way around. So there's a side, got a cutout for the microphone up top, an actual raised button, you can see there, for the single button power, and well, you can remap a double click. And there's the Supcase branding, and there's also a port cover for the USB port, and there's also opening for the bottom microphone. So that's pretty much it. Again, that classic, it's only available in one color, black. Any color you want as long as it's black. So, according to the directions, get this guy here. Snap it in sideways. Oh, there you go. Nothing to it. You can see the holes line up fairly well. Not bad. I'm going to give that about a B plus, A minus. What do you think? Then we snap in the bottom here. Goes around that lip. Again, very familiar, very similar to the OtterBoxes. And that's it. Touch is very, show it to my face here. Can you see my face? Okay, well, didn't see my face. Okay, so there we go. It's very responsive. Can't even tell that the plastic cover's on it. It's actually pretty nice. I have an airplane mode now, so I don't get any calls or anything like that, but can't even tell that there's a cover on it. As far as the port lining up, so there's the camera. You see really recessed down there. And I would say that, plus the little rubber nubs here, offers up. I mean, there's no way your camera's going to get messed up unless you're on uneven terrain here. And likewise for this divot here, very pronounced. That's great. Very nice. And the rubber does actually extend. Actually, it's right there, right at level with the hard plastic. As far as ports lining up, there's your top mic, bottom mic, and access to the port. It doesn't snap shut. It just simply stays shut because just by virtue of it being rubber, but there's no nubs or anything that lock it in place. It just kind of sits in there and sits inside the groove, so there's nothing to snap shut. It just, even though it sounds like it snaps shut, it just kind of just naturally goes back in that position. So all in all, not bad. You can see this case over at supcase.com. They sell it, I think, for like $23, I believe, but you can go over to Amazon, which oddly they sell this for 20 bucks. And I gotta say, again, first impressions, what I like about this case, number one, it's the beefiest case out there for the Palm. I mean, it's great. I mean, it's very reminiscent of the OtterBox style. As far as the built-in screen protector, which I don't even think OtterBox does anymore for most of the modern phones. They certainly didn't do it for the Note 8. Another plus is the price, 20 bucks. Not bad, for something that offers this much protection. Again, it is mil-spec tested as far as drops go. So that plus the fact that the Palm's already IP68, you could skip this thing over the water if you wanted to, and probably would turn out okay. What I don't like, or what's kind of meh about it, I don't know. I mean, it's a little bit chunky, but that's to be expected for this kind of case. You want this kind of case if it's going to be rugged. Does add a bit more, it does make it bulkier, but come on, it's it's an all-terrain case. Of course, it's going to be a little bit more bulkier. But I got to say, I'm very impressed with how this case turned out. Not bad. Fit and finish are very good, nice and rugged, very confident. I could see myself using this as a Saturday case when I go out to the park or out with the kids. I'm not going to be worried about this getting messed up in any way because it's completely covered and well protected. And it's a nice complement to, again, this is the UB Style, its brother or cousin, as it were. This is the case that I use Monday through Friday at work. So when I'm at work, I got to carry two phones with me: work phone and my personal phone. So I take my Palm with me in this case. This is my work case, and again, I'll do a review on this in a little bit. But I could totally see myself using this as my Saturday case. Doesn't add too much bulk to it. I could pop this in my pocket, and if it falls out, gets messed up, not even going to worry about it. It'd probably be nice if there was some sort of way to get some, like a plastic film over this thing, kind of like a screen protector, so it can get full protection. I guess that'd be the only thing, but I'm sure there's some sort of hack where you could just stick some plastic and cover that up. But other than that, very happy with this. Not bad. In fact, very good job, Supcase. I'm really happy with this. Very pleased with the purchase. In fact, you get both of these for $35. It's almost like a twofer. You know, you get yourself a work case and a rugged case. Not bad at all. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. I'm not a professional reviewer by any means. I did pay for these cases on my own. But if you have any questions or any about these, you have any other suggestions on other cases that I could review besides these two, I got a couple other cases besides these two that I'm going to do reviews as well. But thanks for watching, and hope you found this video informative.